We're out here on a nice windy evening. Hopefully it won't interrupt the audio too much. Testing out this field monitor. We purchased a new field monitor because we wanted a 4K monitor. Truthfully, most HDMI outputs, really just send HD for monitoring, but there are some 4K, and still the screen helps. The 4K monitor, it just gives you more detail. And honestly, on this monitor, I've noticed that I don't even have to, I have like a 5-inch monitor, and I'm always zooming in to make sure I'm in focus. I don't have to do that on this monitor. So it just simplifies it. It's faster. It's more precise. We really wanted to know that we were nailing focus, particularly on some of these outdoor shots where we have just, deep focus, where sometimes it's actually really hard to tell if you've nailed focus, particularly on a small screen. And we're doing this film in this huge valley with, full frame sensor and, 20, maybe even 50 millimeter lenses. So we just needed to know we were nailing focus, and it's actually really hard on those wide angle lenses. So we got this monitor and testing it out. This is from Lilliput. It's let's see, it says it on the bottom here, BM120-4KS. It's the BM120-4KS model. But what we love about it is it comes in this, so let me just take this off. This visor blocks the sun. It just comes in this case, this hard case, which is just awesome. And it has HDMI, has 4 different HDMI inputs. It has a DVI, VGA, and it has SDI input. So it has both HDMI and SDI, which was the other thing we were really looking for. And it's powered by a Vmount battery that mounts inside of here. So you do need one of the mini Vmount batteries. So if you have like a full-size Vmount battery, it won't fit. But they have quite a few different models that are, mini. So the ones that are made to attach onto, for example, the Komodo, or, I have several different ones. There's one that was made for the Blackmagic pocket cinema camera. A little more square, a little less rectangle. They're not quite as square. They're just a little bit smaller. Okay. This is the battery I have in here. It says I have, 2 hours left on it. I have the Powerbase in there right now. I also have an off-brand battery that's a little cheaper and has a lot more power in it, but this is working great, and it's lightweight, which is kind of nice. I can link to some batteries that'll work in the description. I'm going to put this back in now just to show how easy it is to load in. Boom, it's in. We're on. And there we go. So far, I've been impressed with the 4K screen. I really do like it. It's not the brightest screen. You do need the cover. You can brighten it and add contrast, but it's not quite like my 5-inch screen. Benefits to my other field monitor, which the 5-inch field monitor, it goes up to 2000 nits, which is a little brighter than this, which could be useful for sort of midday shots. You don't need to put on, a rim or a hood to see the image. The other advantage is the touchscreen. You can really see your menu, interact with it really quickly. Though this does not have touchscreen, but it does have buttons, which actually gives you more instantaneous responses. So you can really click on what you want. Now, if you're going through the menu and adjusting settings, it's a little slower than touchscreen. But as far as just like changing input, it's much faster. So you could literally have multiple screens attached to this and look through the different. So if you had A cam, B cam, you could be switching between them. I think you can even set up, I haven't tried this yet, but it looks like you can set up to have multiple screens shown at the same time. So you would be able to, if it's 4K, you could have 4 HD screens that you're monitoring at once, which would be pretty amazing if you needed that. I will be using it as a field monitor. We attached a little clip over here, like a little V-mount, and we're attached on our Nucleus Nano to that so that we can actually pull focus right here. It's really easy to see what's in focus, what's not. And I also really like, it's like a matte finish, so it's just really smooth. It's not shiny. I don't see hardly any reflections. I don't see my own self reflected on the screen. So this thing literally just folds up. It seems almost Pelican quality, maybe not quite. The handle is a little less Pelican than the rest. Not sure what that's about, but mostly super happy with this, particularly for the price. I believe it was $699, which for a 4K monitor is great. And then it also comes in this case. It's just packaged. You know, it's pretty amazing. Just opening this back up. Let me just hook it, see how fast this is. Boom. I mean, that's it. Turn on, it would go, except for I don't have my camera going right now. Anyways. Okay, so it's on, it's running. Really easy to see at this point. So this will give you a sense for really why I got this monitor. So you can really see focus. Let me just show you. So this isn't even, we've been using much wider lenses, but this will give you a sense for it. So this is focus on the ground. And then we're going to come, oh, looks like I'm running out of battery on my camera. Anyways, but you can see, if I go to infinity focus, it actually overshoots just a tiny bit. If you pull back, that's the sharpest place right there. Just pat, and you can tell where it's at. That's just really important to really nail those sort of sharp details in the distance. And particularly with wide angle lenses where that's so hard to see. With this, you can actually see it. You can tell where that focus is at. And that's why I got this monitor. It's really nice to have this. Also, just look at that beautiful matte screen. Anyways, thanks everyone.